Jim Murph, welcome to game number 9 for the Reading Rockets. I don't know if you guys heard that before, but we did actually get the external mics working for the band. We'll try to get them going as the captains walk out. Tonight's game, undefeated Rockets go against game number 2, playoff game number 2 against number 14 seed Bishop Feehan. The Rockets come in 9-0 and Feehan in at 5-3, but don't let that record fool you. After losing their first 3 games when they were missing some key personnel, Feehan has rattled off 5 straight impressive wins, including an absolute thrashing of previously unbeaten number 3 Peabody. Peabody was no match for Feehan's bruising ground game. They amassed over 400 yards in a 49-28 victory. Those numbers came from 2 of their stars, senior running back Nick Yanchuk, who went absolutely off for 314 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Dante Bruschi, who tore off another 115 and 3 TDs of his own. Murph, we're going to shut it down just for a second here as we get prepared for the national anthem. I'll switch up the mics. We finally learned that to get our award-winning state champion band a little bit of love.
On them instead of the flag. That's on the external now. Yeah, I'm going to go to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the colors as Reading Police Honor Guard under direction of Lieutenant Michael Fitzgerald. Ladies and gentlemen, our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of men and women who have served or are currently serving in our armed forces. On today's Veterans Day, we honor those who have served and those who have given the supreme sacrifice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the Reading High School Band, under direction of Mr. Joe Mulligan, plays our national anthem.
We're back, Murph. I hope the technology works so everyone can hear the state championship Reading Memorial High School Band. We're going to give them a little bit more love later, especially at our Thanksgiving Day game. Great to see them out tonight because we had some inclement weather, which was one of the reasons we moved this game from 7 to 5, Murph. So listen, we talked a little bit at the outset about the ground and pound of Feehan. They really took apart a very good Peabody team last week. Murph, tell us about the Rockets for those who are checking in for the first time this year with us.
Rockets 9-0. They're going to get their state-leading offense, the ball on the first series. Starts with the guys up front, and Murphy, Division II, returning Division II Player of the Year. Lots of weapons. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Let's see if we can put some put some pressure on early in the game. Here comes Ryan
Kickoff
Stroud.
right here. Good kickoff here to Ryan. He fields it at the 5. Trying to follow DiNapoli. Ryan gets taken down. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And he sneaks out of bounds. It actually falls a little bit forward, and it's going to be 1st and 10 here. Rockets just over the 20-yard line.
As everybody can see at home, there's a light rain. It's warm here, but rain is falling. You know, of course, this benefits, I think, the Bishop Feehan team, who is a ground and pound type of an offense. Rockets like to be balanced. Let's see if the weather plays a role here on a nice warm November night.
Murphy and company come out for the first series.
Starts up front. Brady Swanson 73, Ryan Mulvey 65. The man in the middle, Colin Donahue, Josh Robichaud, and Eamon Centrella make it all go.
2 split right, 2 left, and Alvin Day flanks Murphy, who's back to pass in the first down. Right there is Alex DiNapoli. He takes it. Nice tackle right there. Alex is very close to the first. If he evades that tackle, he's got a lot of green ahead of him, but nice start for the Rockets, and it's going to be, it looks like a first down.
What the Rockets boast is balance, right? The Feehan guys run the ball. They're all downhill. The Rockets can run and pass block up front with equal effectiveness. It's going to be a key to the game.
Murphy in the shotgun, same set. This time he hands it up to Day, and Day's got a little bit of room. He gets spun and tackled, but he gets about 5 quick ones. Nice run for Alvin on first down.
The unsung hero of last week's game, Tim, was the running game and Alvin Day. Murphy got all the accolades, player of the week, all that stuff, but they had just enough balance with Day carrying the football behind that offensive line to keep the defense of Leominster off guard.
It's an offense that actually uses the pass to set up the run, not vice versa. In motion right now is DiNapoli. It's going to be a handoff to Alex. He gets stretched outside. Beautiful play right there. It looked like Mankins, number 70.
Patriots fans, of course, will know Case Mankins, son of Logan Mankins, Super Bowl champion. Of course, they have Dante Bruschi, number 44, at the linebacker spot, son of defensive coordinator Teddy Bruschi. 2 very good seniors. We're going to have to handle them up front.
That's a pretty serious pedigree right there for Bishop Feehan, and beautiful play by Mankins there, closing in on DiNapoli, who's got excellent speed. Back to passes Murphy, throws it up underneath, and right there.
Throw and catch.
Beautiful play right
Jesse
there.
Doherty.
Jesse Doherty for the first down.
In time, on time, in rhythm. Great route by Doherty, great delivery. Another 3rd and long conversion, which was a big part of last week's game. Excellent execution.
Murphy had that ball in the air before Doherty turned around. It's right in his hands. Beautiful play.
From a skill position standpoint, Timmy, you've got number 2, Alex DiNapoli, Aiden Beckenhuis, number 5, Strout, number 4, Jesse Doherty, number 10. All fantastic receivers.
Ton of weapons who Murphy played with last year as well. Very familiar with each other. This time it's a handoff up the gut today, and Alvin takes it for about 5 or 6. Love to see that on first down, Murph.
Coach Fiore has to love the balance so far. Offensive line's doing what they need to do, running and passing. So far, the elements do not seem to be affecting Murphy or the Rockets' offense.
It's actually a really nice day out here, Murph, in terms of the temperature. We're just trying to see if the rain's going to stay light here. Looks a little bit heavier on screen.
Rockets trying to draw them off sides.
He pulls it back right there, throws it a little bit too far ahead of Aiden Beckenhuis there. So it's going to be 3rd and a call it just over 5 here, 6 for the Rockets.
That one might have looked like it slipped a little bit out of Murphy's hands. Maybe a factor of the rain that's coming down. 3rd and 5.
Big play here for the Rockets at midfield.
Feehan showing pressure here. Safeties up close and now bailing into a 2-deep zone.
Back to passes Murphy. He's got pressure on him, but he's got time. Throws a dart right across the middle to Aiden Beckenhuis. Beautiful pitch and catch right there down to the 40 of Feehan. What a play, and excellent coverage by that line. Big bodies on the Feehan line, and Redding was up for the task right there, and James got to sit back in the pocket and throw an absolute dime to Beckenhuis.
2nd, 3rd down conversion on this drive, well executed.
This one hands up. This is Jack Doherty right here who takes it. He takes it for 5 of his own.
It's a hell of a drive. Right
So they switch it up. You'll see Alvin Day and Jack Doherty spell each other in the backfield, and both of them have been equally effective this year.
Love the rhythm Pat Sheehan is in right now, running and passing, not trying to do too much on first down.
Taking some time off the clock here, too, in this first series. 2nd and 5
Double
here.
team on the top of Doherty.
It's another handoff up to Jack. He's got, oh, what a run right there. It looks like he's got the first. Beautiful run by Jack Doherty right there up the middle. He's a little guy, but he has a very big motor as he comes out and lets Day come back in.
I love the thunder and lightning kind of, nickname. Day, who's, between the tackles, never goes backwards, always forward. Doherty's got a little more shift. It's a really nice compliment in the running game.
First down Rockets at about the 26-yard line of Feehan. Very good-looking drive here to start. See if the Rockets can finish it.
Feehan's in a 4-3, now a 4-4 defensive front.
He pulls it back now, back to pass. Good pressure right there, and he's taken down, and that's Mankins. Number 70, Mankins, who had a huge play earlier, put the pressure on, gets around the outside, and takes Murphy for a loss.
Mankins, number 70, is a Division I player, maybe an offensive lineman, maybe a defensive lineman, but gave 72 Centrella a really good pass rush there. That's going to happen. They're going to get some wins on us. Got to bounce back and get some of it back here on 2nd down.
Mankins is listed at 6'3", about 250. Might be a little bit less than that, because if he's 250 running like that, we're in real trouble.
Well-built kid, very athletic for his size.
Stroud in motion. This one, he pulls back to Murphy right there. What a catch by Hayden Beckenhughes.
Are you kidding me?
Pressure on him.
That's a
across
great
the middle.
catch
He gets
in the
half
rain.
of it back.
We mentioned this last week, Tim. Aiden Beckenhughes worked really hard in the offseason on his hands catching footballs, and last week and this week he's been spectacular.
He gets half of it back right there. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Got to think it's 4-down territory here, Murph, inside the 25.
Coach Sheehan might be thinking about running the ball here. Sheehan may be expecting a pass. Bishop Feehan, I should say, should be expecting a pass. Maybe sneak a run in them on 3rd down. Murphy setting the protection.
Murphy moves Day to his right. It's back to pass. He steps up in the pocket. He buys himself a little bit more time. He gets tripped up. So he loses a yard or two there. Good coverage by Feehan. Very good play on 3rd down. We'll see what the Rockets are going to do here on 4th. It's actually a loss of about 5.
Looks like Coach Fiore gave the go-ahead to Coach Sheehan to go for this on 4th and 10 here as they knock on the door of the red zone. A punt only, a punt that falls into the end zone probably only gains them about 7 or 8 yards.
Very big play early in the game here for the Rockets. Jesse Doherty split right. Looks like timeout called by Feehan. They're going to rethink this one. So big play early here, Murph. 6:21 in the first. They've taken off about 6 minutes on this drive. They'd love to convert here.
This is what we thought Feehan would try to do, right? They would try to run the ball, churn the clock, own the time of possession. And Reading's done a really nice job here, facing a long 4th down here.
During this timeout, Murph, I want to give a little bit of love to our banner sponsors. Brian has obviously shown them on the camera here, but I'm going to list off a few. Agility Orthopedics, Cupcake City, The Maids, Gilbert Insurance Agency, Latanzi Insurance Agency, Iapika Construction, Reading Lumber, Julie Swanson from Leading Edge Real Estate, Athletic Evolution, Sports Zone, Mark Tango Plumbing. We're going to come back as we get back to the action here, and we'll give the rest of our sponsors
Big
a shout out
4th and
later.
10.
Big play right here.
Jesse Doherty with single coverage, top of the screen.
3 split left. Murphy back to pass. He's got time right across the middle. Oh, right through the hands of DiNapoli. He had him, and they don't convert. Murph put some real mustard on that one. Alex couldn't come down with it, and the Rockets are going to turn this over on downs, and we get to see this vaunted run game by Bishop Feehan take over. Got to be seen as a big win for Feehan after what looked like a really nice opening drive here. Feehan takes over 1st and 10 with 6:15 to go in the first.
This is the real story of the game. Can the Rockets defense stop the Bishop Feehan run? We're going to find out awfully quickly if that's the case.
We've got Nico Iovino as their quarterback. Nice run up the middle right there. Takes it for about 6. Couple of big runners here, and that's the big one right there. Number 22 is Nick Yanchuk. He absolutely tore apart Peabody last week, and they didn't have an answer for him, so they ran about 48 plays, and 47 of them were runs. Big play on first down. They go right back to Yanchuk. Gets stacked up there, but he's got enough for the first.
Reading will look to put 8, 9, 10 guys in the box, which is kind of between the tight ends to stop the run. Last year, Feehan hurt us in the passing game. I don't think they have that capability this year in the passing game. So it's really going to be, can our 9, 10 guys in the box stop their 9, 10 guys in the box? And it's a street fight.
The Rockets would love to see or force Feehan to beat them in the passing game. Early on, they're going to have to stop them with a run. Iovino pitches out here to Yanchuk, finds a seam, he cuts back in, he's still on his feet, he takes it for about 9, maybe 10. He could have another first down here. So Feehan comes out strong. 3 very tough runs for Yanchuk. And it's no secret, they go to number 22 often. It's not a surprise they dare you to stop them.
First quarter's moving awfully quickly, under 5 minutes to go. No score.
A lot of big bodies on that line for Feehan. In motion is Brewski. They go to number 26 right now. He cuts it out. He has some room. Gets
Good
stacked
play
up
by Alex
Alex.
DiNapoli. Aiden Beckenhugh's corner did a nice job setting the edge, funneling the runner back into Alex. 2 of our better defensive players.
Number 26 was Shane Evans. He's often the 3rd guy in that backfield with Brewski and Yanchuk.
First down, Tim, is going to be the key. If we can win first down and keep them from being in second and short, second and medium type of runs, we should be in good shape. If they win first down, it's going to be a long night for the Rockets.
Just over midfield here. Brewski and Yanchuk flanking Iovino. This one goes to Brewski. Counter. Brewski's got room in front of him. He's got the first down and more. Beautiful set-up play. And as we talked about, this is Brewski's first carry of the day, and he makes it count. Another first down. They come as advertised. Ground and pound, and dare you to stop them. 3:44 in the first.
It's not exciting, Tim, but it's effective.
Well, we said, don't let the record fool you. They're 5-3, and they just won their last 5 games in a row. Last one in convincing fashion against undefeated Peabody. This one right up the gut to Yanchuk. Again, he gets stacked up there after about 2 or 3.
And, of course, what they want to do, Feehan, they want to keep Murphy and company on the sideline as much as possible tonight. It's a strategy as much as anything else. So far, they're executing quite well.
It's exactly what they did last week against Peabody, who has an electric quarterback over there. And he watched most of that game from the sidelines.
Shout out to Shea Lynch, heck of a player in the Peabody Tanners.
2nd and 6 right here, goes right up the gut again, gets stacked up, maybe gets 1 or 2. So this is going to be a very big 3rd down play here.
Huge play, huge play. This is where they may leak somebody out, a fullback or a tight end here when you least expect it, but the Rockets have to be gearing up to stop the run here on 3rd and medium.
At the Rocket 32, you may think it's 4-down territory, so it's going to be a very big play here. Rockets would love to get a push.
Linebackers Giacomo Iapika and Max Leone. Key. And they're sneaking Alex DiNapoli up into the box as well.
Yanchuk in the eye behind Iovino, who's flanked by Brewski. It's a pitch out to Yanchuk now.
Nice
Cuts
play.
up. Nice place. Oh, what a great run by Yanchuk. He gets stacked up early and spins out of it and gets the first down. What a tough run by Yanchuk right there, and gets another first.
Good job by Palm to force the action inside, but Rockets have to do a better job of tackling. Out comes Leone, in comes Brian DeMille, number 74. Another run stopper here with what looks like a 6-man front for the Rockets. Jack Doherty out here covering number 3, who's a very good player. His job is to shut him down all night.
In motion is Evans. Going to be a pitch out to Yenchuk again. What? He's got an open hole, and he's going to take it to the house, and he made it look easy. Huge hole outside, and Yenchuk takes it in. That was a message right there to the Rockets early that they're going to do nothing different than what they did last week. Anything you saw on film to say, D, you're going to need to stop us in the run, and the Rockets can't answer on the first series. With 1:45 to go, Feehan goes up 6-0, and they're going to try the conversion.
Okay, so look, so this is exactly what we thought we would see, right? The weather and the elements. We had a ball go through the hand of a receiver on 4th down here. Perhaps the wind and the rain played a role, and then it was, hey, can we stop Feehan? And right now this is playing out to script. Let's see if the Rockets offense can answer.
Number 12, Brett McCaffrey, has a very big leg. He booted that one for the conversion as Feehan goes up 7-0, and he's kicking off right here. Back deep is Ryan Strout and Alex DiNapoli. He put Strout back inside the 5 last time. He's going to go back there again.
Good
Same
kick.
exact spot.
Good kick.
Goes through the end zone. So Rockets are going to start on their own. They start on their own 20 or 25 in high school.
20-yard line. That's okay. We got some firepower left in us. Rain be damned. We're gonna figure it out here.
The fact that I didn't know that, Merv, is because I see very few guys kicking it through the end zone in high school.
It is rare.
Murphy and company come out for their second series. They looked very good on the first one and just couldn't convert at the end when they got inside the 25-yard line. Alvin Day flanking Murphy. 3 left. 1 right is Jesse Doherty.
Student section doing their part to get back a little. The crowd was deflated a little bit, but they're trying to get the Rockets and the crowd back into this thing. See if we can put together a drive here.
Murphy hands it to Alvin. He falls a block right up there, and he takes it for about 3 or 4. So we said it's a big line. I said to take out Peabody last week and throw up 400+ yards of rushing, they can only happen when you dominate the line of scrimmage, right? And so clearly they did that in the first down, and a lot of these guys played 2 ways, these big bodies for Feehan. 2 left, 2 right for Murphy. He goes back to pass. Murph slings it across the middle. Oh boy. Helmet to helmet. I think it was inadvertent to Ryan Strout. Murphy threw an absolute P. Ryan grabbed it, and he got stung with a big hit right there, and he's hurt. We're going to take a break right here while Strout gets attended to. Got his bell rung right there.
Love Ryan Strout to death. I don't think that was a cheap shot by any stretch of the imagination. I think it was a good, clean hit, well timed. In college football, you see the targeting call, folks launching themselves, leading with their head. I don't think that was the case.
I don't think it was, but I do think there was an inadvertent helmet to helmet there too, and that rang Strout's bell here. .107 left here to go. We'll take another break here. While we have the break, I'll continue with some of our sponsors. I think I ended with Mark Tango Plumbing, Crux Athletics, Divine Mechanical, Lee Kimball, Maggio Custom Refinishing, Riverside Sheet and Metal Contracting, Home Elation, Anya's, Everything But the Dog, and Joe Bean Real Estate. Really can't thank you guys enough for helping sponsor this Rocket team this year. That means a ton. You hear the clapping right now as Ryan sits himself up. They're going to let him sit there until he's ready to get going here, but looks like he's doing okay. He's a big weapon for Murphy here, so they're going to be checking closely in on Ryan Strout. He's on his feet and he walks off. The tough kid, he looks like he's perfectly okay. Big hit. He's walking off. You can see that they'll check him out right now, see if he's all right.
certainly from a football perspective, you have to kind of come back and get your mind right here if you're the Rockets offense. Jake Palm into the game for Strout. Certainly seen a ton of football this year. So we love Ryan. We hope Ryan's doing great, but we got to turn the page here and kind of see if we can get some momentum back.
Number 14, Jake Palm, is a superior athlete. Not a big drop-off there. He hasn't seen as many reps as Ryan, of course, but he's in there now as Murphy drops back to pass. Throws it out to Darty. Darty makes a nice move. He gets to 30. He's got a first down. Beautiful play. What a pass to the sideline, and Darty's fired up right now.
And again, earlier, Case Mankin took Eamon Centrella to the workshop. Eamon did a really nice job against Mankins there in pass protection.
Beautiful.
Ryan Strout looks A-OK on the sideline right now, talking to the trainers and sipping some water. Hopefully it was a wind knocked out of him situation.
Student section getting into it right now, giving some encouragement to Murphy and company. Moves Alvin to his left. It's a handoff up the middle of Alvin. He stutter steps. Nice stutter step right there for Alvin. He takes it for about 7 or 8. Wow, the hesitation move by, he looked like he was stacked up, and Dave turned that into, looked like a 2-yard stack up to about a 9-yard gain. Beautiful
Number
run
70,
by
Josh
Dave.
Robichaud with a huge block. Drove his man 10, 12 yards out of the play, getting it done up front.
That's something not too many teams have been able to do against Feehan this year. And the Rockets answer. Looks like there may be that's going to be the end of the quarter right here. So end of the quarter, and it went by quickly, Murph. Bishop Feehan leads 7-0 as we switch sides here.
So coming out of the quarter, Tim, right, it's 2nd and short. Sometimes you like a play action. Sometimes you like a shot play here, knowing you could come back and get the first down on 3rd or 4th down. But I'm guessing Teddy Bruschi has seen that once or twice in his career and has been coached to that fact.
Well, I tell you, I want to continue a couple of, it is Veterans Day, and we're going to get to a shout out to a couple of core key veterans here tied to today's action. But I want to shout out to the 4th Friends of Reading Football, of which you're a member, Jim, right? And you have to be a member when you're captain's parents. But yourself, Julie Swanson, Molly Strout, Beth Crowley, Alan Rosh, Brian Lindmark, our cameraman, Danielle Beckenhughes, Beth Crowley, Andrea Mackey, Ron Iapika, and Erica Palm. I can't tell you how much 4th means to this organization. What they do, their fundraising is incredible, and they outfit the Rockets with the latest equipment, latest helmets. Tons of work.
Stroudy's back in the game, number 4 in the slot. Love to see it.
Beautiful.
No
Ryan
keeping
Strout
him
back
out.
in. 2nd and short. We like those plays, Murph. Here we go. He's back to pass on 2nd and short. He's got time to get stacked up and taken down right there. A little too much time right there, and didn't see who got him there. It looked like number 72.
72 around the left end, Brady Swanson. He got beat on the outside. He's having a great season. It's going to happen. Got a 3rd and long now. Got to reset, get back in a position to move the chains.
Fortunately, the Feehan lineup didn't give us number 72. He made a great play there. Now it's going to be 3rd and 12. From 2nd and short to 3rd and 12, and Murphy's back to pass. Throws it out right there, and just a little bit ahead of Aiden Beckenhughes. Well set up play, but the Rockets need to come out and kick right here. So nice play, defensive play right there by Feehan. Rockets, Jake Palm's going to be back to kick here, and they're going to take over. And we know what they're going to do. Very short kick off the side of his leg, and it's going to actually be in Rocket territory. So not off the side of his foot, and this is excellent field position for this Feehan team.
So I think what has to happen here, Tim, the Rockets have played from in front a lot this season, right? You got a little bit of momentum coming down. Not everything's going your way. Let's see if they can gain their composure. Big stop on 1st down here. See if we can get a punt out of Feehan.
Dean, let's go, Dean!
Handoff right up the gut to Vanchuk, and he takes it for about 4 or 5.
Max Leone on the tackle. Giacomo Iapika in on it. Still too much on first down. You can't give up 7 yards on first down and expect to win a football game here.
2nd and 3. Offensive coordinator's dream. In comes Iovino with the play.
Rockets a little shell-shocked here. Let's see if they can snap out of it.
Big
Get a play
bodies
behind the
across
line of
middle.
scrimmage.
Huge line here for Feehan. There's Brewski in motion. He's going to pitch out to Manchuk. Gets cut up. He's got a room there, and he takes it for the first. Rockets lucky it wasn't more right there. He had a big hole open for him. And with Brewski leading in traditional fullback formation,
I think
takes
Tim,
it for the
the
first.
right side of the offensive line of Feehan may have started a little bit early, got away with one there.
Tell you, number 73, 290-pound Eddie Sinelli. Number 71, 280-pound Sean Finucane is part of that line. There's Yenchuk right there. This time he gets stacked up, but he stacked up for about 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 upcoming from the Rocket 30.
Getting better on first down. .9:42 left in the half. Rockets down 7-0. Old school football game here.
Right there's a pitch to Yenchuk. Gets stacked
job,
up right
Max
there.
Leone.
Beautiful place by Max
I'm talking
Leone.
about.
Stops him for no gain there. Best defensive play of the day right now for the Rockets. 3rd and 5 from the 30.
Like you've mentioned, Tim, this is definitely 4-down territory for Feehan, so they're going to get 2 shots at this.
Actually might have been taken for a little bit of a loss right there, so
Coach Blanchard might look to dial up some pressure here from the linebacker spot on big 3rd down.
hands it up right to Yenchuk. He takes it for the first and more. As you said, Murph, not exciting, left, right, and they are just ripping off runs at about 5 or 6 yards a clip here.
This is where you got to have somebody step up and make a play, bring some pressure, make a hit in the backfield.
Feehan threw a single pass last week, which was converted, and mainly because they forced the Peabodys and now the Rockets to stack the box. You may see 1 or 2 of those today. Yenchuk, look at the hole up the middle he has, and he takes it for the touchdown. Huge hole up the middle. Credit the line there. You or I could have ran up that one, and Yenchuk goes in for his 2nd score of the day. 13-0 Feehan with 8:17 to go here in the half.
This Feehan running game is for real, just like we thought it might be.
Brett McCaffrey, not related to a professional football player, to my knowledge, boots it right down the middle.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
He got pulled. Yeah,
Okay.
didn't see that, so he misses it.
That could be big.
Bonus for the Rockets there.
Good
And
pressure by DiNapoli.
as Murphy and company come out for their 3rd series, it's going to be a big time to convert here, Murph.
Yeah, starts with the kickoff. Let's get good field position. Put ourselves in a position to move some chains. Stay balanced. Lots of football left to be played here. Kate Murphy is in the house, people. She just arrived.
Good luck for her brother.
Yes. Oh, no, she hates her brother.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right.
She thinks he stinks.
I think you're allowed to at that age.
No, she doesn't. She loves him.
This one a little bit shorter here.
Come on, Stroudy.
Still inside the 5, though. Ryan Strout back trying to follow block. Gets stacked up immediately. Beautiful play on the outside. Ryan doesn't even see him coming. It's number 74 was Tom Hartley. He's an offensive lineman, 6'3", 230. Came in like a rocket from the outside and stacked up Stroud inside the 20. It's going to be 1st and 10 Rockets from their own 16. This is a very big series for Reading.
Football's a momentum game, and right now Feehan has it. But it just takes one play from the Rockets to snap that, put it back in our favor.
Empty set here for Murphy. It's back to pass. Right underneath is DiNapoli. Cuts back. Just gets about 4 yards there. Gets it up out to the 20. Good set of play. Huge pressure on Murphy from the outside. Mankins, number 70, he's been all over the place for the line for Feehan.
Rockets set up a screen there. They notice the tendency. They go 5 wide. They bring pressure. Murphy wants to get rid of the ball quickly. 3-man front for Feehan now. 8 men in coverage.
Empty set. Murph's going to have time here. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to take it himself. Murph cuts for a few more. Gets very close to the first. I think he has it. Nice play by Murph. He didn't have anything, but he knows there's 3 guys pushing it. He makes a nice cutback, and he gets the first. Beautiful play by James.
So Feehan's going with the 3-down line look in those situations when Rockets go empty set, meaning no backs. 8 men in coverage, so it's going to be more difficult for the receivers to find some space. Murphy did a nice job with his feet there. Key matchup here will be Centrella 72 on Mankins 70 in the pass game.
Empty set right here for Murphy. Back to pass. He's looking right underneath us over there to number 4, Stroud, just out of his reach. Pretty good coverage right there by McCaffrey. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line here.
The rain continues to fall. Again, a warm rain, not necessarily impacting things yet, but may over time as it continues to fall.
Day back in, flanking Murphy. Hands up the middle to Alvin. Alvin gets stacked up after just a couple. Gets it close to the 30-yard line. Maybe gets 1 or 2.
Feehan is for real. They're flexing their muscle here a little bit. Somebody on the Rocket side needs to make a play. They always do, Tim. It's just a matter of time.
3rd and 9 here. Very big play here for the Rockets. With 6 minutes to go in the half.
Again, Doherty, Strout, DiNapoli, Beckenhughes, 4 of the best receivers in the state this year. Murphy and Beckenhughes getting on the same page.
Back to pass. Murphy looks right across the middle of Strout, just a little bit behind him. He had him. It was a nice route by Ryan, and they just couldn't connect, and the Rockets are going to kick here. Plenty of time in the second half, so there's going to be absolute requirement for the Rocket D to do something here, giving the ball back to Feehan.
See if Jake can get a good kickoff here, good coverage, get some better field position than we had last time.
Let's go, punt. Get a good boot.
Back deep is Connor McHale. A little bit of a better kick there. Takes a Rocket bounce.
That's
nice
like
kick right there. Oh, it keeps going down to the 25-yard line. So beautiful kick right there by Jake Palm. Just what the Rockets needed right there. Much better result the second time around, and Feehan's going to take over up 13 with 6 minutes to go in the half. This game is moving very quickly, Murph.
Big stop here. If the Rockets can keep it to a 13-0 lead or potentially get the ball back, we'll be in good shape. A long drive and a score here would not be the way the Rockets want to go into halftime.
There will be no surprises, right? Keep doing what's been successful, and so far, Feehan's been doing it. Right up the gut, gets first stack. That first hit is not going to work on Yanchuk. Takes it for about 5.
This is just what Feehan wants to do. Pick up 5 on first down. Gives the ability to do a lot of different things on 2nd and 3rd.
The Rocket line, many of them playing 2 ways here. Haven't got a lot of time off of this field.
Rockets might have to take some chances and shoot some gaps here from the linebacker position at some point tonight.
This one's right up the gut. It's out to Brewski. He cuts out right.
On Jakey.
And Brewski rumbles for about 2 or 3, turns a loss into something there. So it's going to be 3rd down here and 2. This is a very big one. This is certainly not 4-down territory here, but call it 3rd and 3.
In comes DeMille, out comes Leone, an extra defensive lineman. Student section getting going here. Big 3rd down would be great to get a
big
stop
play
here.
right here, too, with 4:55 to go in the half. Rockets really need to stop here. It's a pitch right here to Yanchuk. Gets stacked up, and he stops him. Beautiful.
Jakey Palm.
Jake Palm in there, as well as Eamon Centrella.
Sophomore.
Might have stumbled a little bit, too, and out comes the punt team.
Sophomore Ben Deemer seeing his first action at
Beautiful, number 44.
linebacker in on that play. Way to go, Ben.
Big play right here.
Big
Back
play.
deep we have.
Football's a momentum game, Tim, and guess what? We got some of it back on that play.
This one's a high snap. Oh, what an
catch.
athletic play to catch that thing and
Son
pull
of a
it
gun.
down. Oh, boy, what
doing?
a beautiful, beautiful turn of events. That was a huge high snap that would have been a big deal for the Rockets. He pulls it down and kicks it about 70 yards with the bounce.
His middle finger was a game changer.
Wow. Big swing right there.
Very
Big swing.
athletic play right there. Hey, listen, the Rockets make a stop, and they needed it. They get the ball back, but that thing could have been real danger for Feehan and get the Rockets right back into this.
Play of the game so far. No doubt.
Big play, big stop. The first stop of Feehan today with 4 minutes to go. Let's see if the Rockets can control a drive right here and get back in the game for the half.
Feehan going with a 4-down lineman look, one in the middle.
Dave
Cover
flanking
2 man.
Murphy.
Watch out for Murphy's legs in this formation. Nobody's accounting for him in the run game.
Right there, he hands it off up the day. Alvin cuts left to right. He takes it for about 9 or 10. Beautiful run by Alvin. He says 10 and gives himself the first down, and the referees agree.
So when they play this defense, Tim, they play what's called a 2-man, 2 high safeties, man underneath, only 5 players in the box. They're inviting the run, and the Rockets like that matchup in the run game. Here comes Jack Doherty in for Alvin.
See Jake Palm in there as wide out here. Might be in for Strout.
Same defensive formation, cover 2-man.
In motion is Beckenhuis. Murph back to pass, throws it up underneath. Oh, a little bit of a swing pass, just overthrew Doherty. Good looking play. Doherty's not the tallest guy, and Murph just aired it out a little bit too high for him. Going to be 2nd and 10 here. 3:26 to go as the rain starts to come down a little bit heavier.
And certainly this weather impacts the Rockets more than it does the Shamrocks here. The Rockets passing game impacted a little bit by it, not so much with the Shamrocks running game. Luck of the draw here, but see if the Rockets can overcome it.
Palm and Beckenhuis split right. Doherty is flanking. No, there's Strout in motion right now. Doherty flanking Murphy. Hands it up. Murph is going to pull it back. Got pressure from Mankins, and they sack him. Mankins from the outside. A couple of big bodies in the inside, and they bring him back here. So it's going to be 3rd and very long here for the Rockets. Hey, listen, as much as we're talking about the run game and the offense, a couple of big defensive plays here on 2nd and 3rd down for Feehan has put Reading in a couple of 3rd and longs that they need to convert. 2:59, 2:58 left to go in the half. Big play here for, call it 3rd and 14. Back to passes Murphy. He steps up and he gets sacked again. 3 or 4 guys, 3 guys rushing there and clamp in on Murph. Rocket line's got to do a little bit better protection there with only 3 guys rushing. It's going to be 4th down here. They're going to get the ball back. We need another big kick here from Jake Palm. And they're going to call timeout here. I don't know who called that, whether it was the Rockets or Feehan.
It was Feehan trying to save a little bit of time on the clock. I think they used one earlier, so they'll have 1 timeout left with 2:23 left in the half. Put together a drive. Bishop Feehan on both sides of the ball is kicking our butt right now. But it's not out of reach yet. 13-0 Feehan over Reading. 2:23 left in the half.
Harken back to that punt, Murph. The
Biggest play of the game so far.
Punter made an incredible play to keep that thing from going over his head. It would have went
kicked
all
it
the way down
85 yards down the other end of the field.
It was incredible. Big turn of events right here. Palm's going to need a big one here as number 3, Connor McHale, sits at midfield.
Boy, Jake.
It's a good boot. Gets a Rocket bounce, and he's going to let it go. Nice job there. So Rockets stop it at about the 43-yard line. There's 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go here. Rockets going to need another defensive stop. At this stage, they'd be happy to keep it to 13-0.
Again, Feehan gets the ball at the half, too, having won the toss and elected to defer.
Ironically, it was Reading's first drive that was their most promising, and they just got clogged up around the 25-yard line. Handoff, who else? Yenchuk takes it to the right, takes it for about 3 or 4, make it 5, stays on his feet. He's a very, very tough runner and carried a couple of guys with him. Second and call at 4 here after Yenchuk turns 3 into 6.
Well, first time in the shotgun here for Feehan.
Look at this move. That's a Brewski sweep to, they got to stack him up, though. He doesn't go down easily. That one taken for maybe a loss. That was an interesting play. They had Brewski in a wildcat, spins around and throws it to Yenchuk. And Reading stacks him up, so 3rd and about 6 here for after the loss.
Good job by Beck and Hughes making a play there. A little trickery by Feehan.
Interesting play call when you've been hammering it down the Rockets' throat all day, and they set up Yenchuk to be starting his run 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They go back to that traditional formation. Look for number 22. Why not? All day long, there he is. Stacks up. He takes it for about 3 or 4. They're going to be short here.
That'd be a measurement.
But it's going to be... It looks like they're about a yard short. It's going to be 4th down. Oh, is it? Ooh, they gave
Under a
him the
minute,
first.
clock running. If the Rockets they don't have the big play capability. If we can tackle and keep them, they're not going to put together a 16-play drive here with only one timeout.
45 seconds to go here.
Gotta
Rockets
tackle.
just need to stop the big play here. That's a pitch out there to Yenchuk.
Miscommunication, get outside.
He's got look at the hole, and he is gone. Trying to get outside, and he goes. Did he go in?
He did.
Wow, exactly what the Rockets didn't need. 40 seconds to go. I said the only thing they can't give up is a big play, and the miscommunication actually worked in Feehan's favor, almost like a changeup. And what a hole for Yenchuk to run through. His 3rd one of the first half, and they are dominating the Rockets here. McCaffrey trying to make it 20-0 here. And that one's good. 30 seconds to go here in the half. It's going to take a huge kickoff return for the Rockets to even want to try something here. I do believe the Rockets have all 3 of their timeouts. This has been a Bishop Feehan clinic, the same exact game plan last week against undefeated Peabody has proven equally effective here against the Rockets.
Still 30 seconds left, 3 timeouts. Be good if the Rockets could punch one in here, maybe get in field goal range.
Back deep is Strout into Napoli. This one's a squib kick right there. Taking up the middle, they're gonna have good field position.
Job by Riley Leonard.
Nice job, Riley. Takes it to the 40-yard line. So good field position, 24 seconds to go.
Sorry, Carter Leonard.
Oh, Carter, yeah.
28, senior, my fault.
Rockets taking over here. Not much time left on the clock. They'd love to do something here.
Get one. Get one.
Cameraman Brian Lindmark cheering us on.
Brian's still in the game.
Rockets do have big play capability here.
Left.
Best field position, starting field position of the game.
Back to passes Murphy. Murphy looks underneath right there, and it goes to Jesse Doherty, who catches it, stays on his feet, gets out of bounds. So he gets about 6 or 7 with forward momentum there. Stops the clock with 17 seconds to go, right around midfield. Tell you, Doherty had 2 guys on him, and Murph put it right on him, the only place it could go for him to pull it down. Jake Palm, top of the screen, back in. He's got wheels too. Love to see a one-on-one and see Murphy air it out here with some seconds to go here. Good pressure. He does throw it up to Doherty. Ooh!
2 hands, Jess. 2 hands.
Nice throw by Murphy. Doherty can't pull it down. 12 seconds here to go. Still 2 guys on Doherty. That means someone's open.
Typically, it's been Stroud over the middle. If you recall last week, a couple of big plays over the middle. Right now, Bishop Feehan is going to play the edges. They don't want anybody getting out of bounds here. Look for a throw over the middle here to Ryan Stroud or Aiden Beckenhuis.
12 seconds to go. Murph back to passes. Mankins right there. Oh, across the middle. Oh, actually had Jack Doherty across the middle. I don't think he was ready for it. If he turns around, it hits him in the hands. A little confusion there on those routes as Doherty was right next to Strout.
3rd and long, 7 seconds left in the half.
This could very well be the last play of the half here. 7 seconds to go.
Reading does have their timeout, so if they can complete one, they can probably get one more off if it's quick. Oh, I like Jesse Doherty, top of the screen here. Final timeout called by Feehan.
One-on-one Doherty, you'd love to see him throw up a 50-50 ball. Jesse pulls those down more times than not. 7 seconds to go in the half. A half that Bishop Feehan has dominated. They picked up where they left off against Peabody. And the run game has just been too much.
Johnny Ermer, number 70 out there, number 78 out there talking to the referees. See if we can get some competitive advantage. Trying the footballs, doing his job.
John's a big boy, 6 foot 285. Love to see him back out playing for the Rockets the next few years.
James's cousin, so he wants to make sure his cousin's throwing a dry football.
Oh, there we go. Little familial love right there, taking care of his cuz.
Feehan in a prevent defense, lots of players
Three
back.
guys back deep. Jack Doherty flanking Murphy.
Looks like it could be a Hail Mary type of a throw here.
3 guys split right. He's back. Oh, they get pressure on Murphy. He's got to throw it up and probably just throw it away. It's going to get, oh, jeez. It does get picked. There's no time left on the clock, and they push it out, and that's going to be the half, Murph. So big pressure by Feehan when they needed it. And the Rockets got to go back and regroup here. They are going to be kicking off to Feehan to start the second half. And this has been all Bishop Feehan in the first half here. Not sure if the band with the weather is actually going to be playing here at halftime, Brian. But we're going to take a break right now, and we'll come back at the half. Murph, we're getting ready here for the second half, and the Rockets are going to be kicking off to Feehan here.
I don't know if I'm going to time for this, Timmy. I want to do it justice, but we saw an amazing Veterans Day presentation up at Reading Memorial High School today, honoring 7 young men who left Reading High School and didn't return from the Vietnam War on the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. They have a great memorial up there.
Murph, let's give them the proper due after
yes.
We get a break in the action here coming up. Yeah, unbelievable ceremony today, followed by a ceremony of another veteran, Hal Croft, who they dedicated the track here. 30-year winning streak for teacher and Coach Hal Croft. And here is Jake Palm with a kick. Start the second half here. Let's see if the Rockets can get something going. 13 at a cutback. He gets stacked up immediately by Alvin Day, who rips him down at the 21-yard line. And the Rocket student section, as well as us, Murph, I get cranking some Metallica, get these guys pumped up for the second half. I got to tell you, Murph, I got to get myself pumped up. We're not accustomed to seeing this. We're always happy up here having a good time because the Rockets are usually tearing teams apart, but they have their hands full here with Feehan, and this is going to be a huge defensive series to start the second half.
Let's see what defensive adjustments Coach Blanchard, Coach Fiore come up with. Big drive here to start the second half.
Same setup as usual. Yenchuk up the middle. He takes it for about 6.
Catching. Rockets are catching, falling back so that the Feehan team can get 6 yards on first down. Just not going to win you a football game here. They need to be driving forward, driving them back.
Rain coming down a little bit harder here too in the second half, which does not bode well for the Rockets' pass game. As we mentioned earlier, definitely going to benefit Feehan's rush game, and we're seeing just how good that is. Brewski, it looks like he's in the Wildcat right here. We saw that play before. It's a pitch to Yenchuk. This time he cuts back.
That's it.
Still on his feet. Very similar play. Not successful the first time. Not really successful there. Interesting look, but Yenchuk doesn't need much room to cut back and find space of his own.
Again, another third down play here. 3rd and about 1.5. Let's see if we can get some penetration, get something going in the backfield. Force Feehan to punt here would be a huge lift for the Rockets here coming out of halftime.
Rockets have had little luck getting in the backfield all day. Right there, Yenchuk behind Brewski. And he's got a hole, and he is gone. Jack Doherty trying to catch up with him, and Yenchuk is just too much. And he is tearing apart the Rockets right here. That's his 4th touchdown. Nick Yenchuk picks up where he leaves off last week. He scores 4 and goes for 300 plus against Peabody. And he is doing the same right here against the Rockets. This team is brutally tough.
And again, the rain's starting to pick up, so it's sort of the worst nightmare scenario here. The weather's going to help in grounding the Rockets' passing game, and Feehan can do whatever they want to do on the ground. There was some hope, Tim, that
one's good.
Peabody plays with a lighter front four. Our front four is heavier, and thought could have been better equipped to stop the run, but that hasn't been the case here in Hollingsworth Field.
Feehan jumps out to a 27-0 lead in this vaunted Rocket offense. Give them credit, they had a very good-looking first drive, but give Feehan credit on some long second downs, which they, some short second downs that they turned into long third downs and stopped them. So the Feehan defense has come up when they needed it as well. Back deep is to Napoli and Strout. This one's going to go to Ryan at the 10. Ball to Napoli. Ryan cuts up the middle. He gets it out to about the 30. The ball's in the ground, but I think hopefully it was the ground that caused it. Is that what they're saying? They're saying that he's down. Yep, first down Rockets.
Again, Ryan Strout took a big hit in the first half. Good to see him back out there playing and healthy. That was a scary one, I'm sure. Everyone on the Reading sideline held their breath when Ryan was down.
Be 1st and 10 here for the Rockets. Let's see if we can put together a drive here.
Yeah, you can't get 27 points on a drive, right? So you got to mix it up, keep it moving, see if we can put some positive plays together here.
Day flanks Murphy. 3 split left here. Hand up to Alvin. He cuts back, stutter step, and Alvin takes it for about 3. Call it 2nd and 7 here from the Rocket 32-yard line.
32.
Right there, handoff up the middle to Alvin. Alvin takes it for about another 4. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 upcoming. Tell you, number 73, Brady Swanson, blindside tackle for Murph all year, has done an excellent job, and he absolutely is going against the Haas, number 72. On the outside, they haven't given us number 72's name here, so I apologize to the Feehan folks who might be watching here. He's a big body, and they up right there. He throws it up the middle, and Alvin gets stacked up. He doesn't get it. He tries to spin out of it. They go with 3 runs here, and it's 4th down. This is going to be a very interesting call, and Coach Fiore sends out the punt team. Maybe a little trickery there, thinking that it was an obvious passing down. He trains it up the middle to Day, and credit the line of Feehan, who stops them. Jake Palm back. They blow it. They blow the whistle here early.
No,
looks like it's on us. Looks like a motion for the Rockets going to push them back 5 more yards.
Number 45, Riley Learned, the long snapper, sophomore. Of course, Palm, the kicker.
Palm
really
booms
nice
one
move.
there. Beautiful.
Really nice
Has to
move.
let it go. Gets a rocket bounce, too. Let it go. Let it go,
Just
Alvin.
what we
There
needed. Great punt.
Nice kick by Jake Palm. Rockets are going to need a defensive stop here because they have not had an answer for Feehan. They stopped him, I think, only on a single series today. Feehan's just proven too much. Haven't thrown a pass today, Feehan, and why would you? No need to. Ironically, you might see that sometime in the second half here because they've been so successful. You'll see one of these dropbacks where he drops one over the middle because Reading's going to have to stack the box. Stacking it all day, and it still doesn't matter. Over to Yanchuk right there. Look at the hole he has there. He cuts back and he takes it. He's still on his feet. Takes it for about 25 yards, and he is ripping up yardage. I tell you, it's unusual, Murph. I've never called a quarterback's name less than Nico Iovino. He's turned left and turned right and handed the ball off to Yanchuk about 80% of the time. Brewski a couple times.
This offensive line is doing an unbelievable job. And of course, their backs coming in, kicking everybody out.
Shane Evans will get a mix in there too every once in a while. That's Evans right there. Look at the hole he has. He's still on his feet. He gets mixed in, and all he does is take it for 10 on first down.
$7:45 left to go in the third quarter. Clock is ticking. Feehan came into this game confident with their offensive line, and they're proving the confidence to be accurate.
The run game just to run out the clock as well. Everything going their way. There's Evans again. Look at the hole he has. He rips it for about 35. Now they get away from Yanchuk to give him a spell, and Shane Evans rips it 2 runs for about 55 yards. It doesn't matter who they hand the ball off to. Feehan in command. 1st and 10 in the red zone here. Same setup, 3 backs. Bruschi, Yanchuk, Evans. Vino hands off, goes back to Yanchuk right there, who takes it for what else? 5. 5 at a minimum for Yanchuk tonight. The only plays that haven't had success are that wildcat to Bruschi where he swings around him.
People that tuned in for the Murphy O'Connor comedy show, they're probably not getting their money's worth today, are they, Timmy? We could probably lighten it up a little bit, couldn't we?
We might have to lighten it up. Oh, look at the big hole right there. Yanchuk takes it for another. He's inside the 10 here. It looks like going to be another first down. 1st and goal here for Feehan.
Here comes 66, James Donahue. In for a run-heavy set here as Feehan enters the.
I do want to say thank you to to get the rights to the approval to show this game tonight is a big deal. Obviously, we wish it worked out better, but big thanks to AD Tom Zaya, the MIAA, and our buddy Justin Ramos, students, helping us out here in the booth. Steady dose of Yanchuk. Right there, right, he gets stacked up. A rare 1-yard gain for Yanchuk right there. I'm sensing a positive spin on this one, Murph.
Like that.
We're going to turn this. We're making some lemonade right now, Brian, aren't we? My God.
Let's talk a little bit about Justin Ramo, president of the student class, general manager at Market Basket, straight A student, all-around great kid, helping us with the production today.
He's showing off, really.
Yeah.
Right? All right, 2nd and goal here for Bishop Feehan, looking to absolutely put a nail in it. It's Yanchuk up there. He gets stacked up again. So it's going to be 3rd and goal here. Inside the 5, though, as the clock ticks down, which is exactly what Feehan wants. Evans in motion. It's a pitch out to Yanchuk. He follows Bruschi into the end zone, and that's touchdown number 5 for Nick Yanchuk. And the machine keeps going. He had 4 last week. He has 5 this week. God knows how many yards he has. He might have beat his record from last week at Peabody, but it's been the Nick Yanchuk show as Bishop Feehan in 3.5 quarters, or 2.5 quarters, have yet to pass the ball. And that kick is good. It goes to 34-0 as Bishop Feehan has turned this into a rout.
So, Tim, we're playing football, right? And these kids are out of this is high school football. We certainly don't love the score. But as I mentioned earlier, 7 brave young men were drafted into the military and lost their lives in Vietnam.
These are Reading guys.
Reading residents that were honored today up at the school. I'd like to read out their names. I can't get a time enough here because the game's moving quickly to do it justice. But when we get a break in the action, we'll honor those young men as well.
We'll do that kickoff right here. This one's going to go over Strout's head through the end zone, and the Rockets will take it out.
Peter M. Bradbury, Private First Class, United States Marine Corps. Robert J. Croce, Lance Corporal, United States Marine Corps. John W. Hanscom, Private First Class, United States Marine Corps. Michael D. Havel, Specialist 5th Class, United States Army. Robert A. Holt, Captain, United States Marine Corps. Bruce Parmalee, Private First Class, United States Marine Corps. Edward Putney, Staff Sergeant, United States Army. Gave everything to our country.
I have a couple of personal connections to two of those guys, Murph. I'll talk about them. Up underneath right there, it's a pass right there. That's one where the heavy rains might come into play as we predicted. That was a slant pass to Beckenhughes. He couldn't pull it down.
So those gentlemen I just mentioned, their families were there today, giving great tributes to them as young men. And as we see them, these boys on the field, they're lucky to live in peacetime and not have to go off to war.
Back to passes Murphy. He's got good pressure on him. He throws up underneath just over the head of Strout. I believe Edward Putney, he was a neighbor of ours, Murph. His mom, I believe, was a middle school. She was a sewing teacher, and she was a teacher in the Reading Public Schools for many, many years. And John W. Hanscom, ironically, I was very fortunate enough to win an award in high school for writing, if you can believe it. It was a John W. Hanscom Award. So
incredible stories. Grew up right here in the streets of Reading. Attended Parker and Coolidge and Reading High School.
Handoff up the middle to Alvin. He's got a lot of room as they're looking for the playing in the pass defense here, and Alvin takes it for 10.
Just short. For 4th and 1.
I think they're going to move the sticks. This might have been a little charity by the officials. We'll take it.
3:38 to go here in the third. Murph, you've been bringing up some classic shout-outs, and I've been really picking the bottom of the barrel the last few weeks, but I'm going to give you one in a second. Back to passes Murphy. He's got time across the middle right there, and he gets picked up by, it looks like Beckenhughes. Oh, he drops the ball. Big hit on Aiden Beckenhughes. He pulls it in and drops it. I think they're going to call this incomplete pass. And they do. They bring it back. Big hit across the middle, and Aiden's right back up. He says he's fine. Ask him if he wants to come off. He waves him off. Beautiful pass by Murphy across the middle, and the big hit by Feehan. Let's give Feehan's defense credit too. 2nd and 10 right here. Across the middle right there is Ryan Strout. And 3 guys on him. And Strout pulls it down for the first down. Wow. Excellent coverage. We look like we get someone who's dinged up a little bit.
Yeah, Beckenhughes, I think it was from that previous hit.
Little timeout here while we have it, Murph. I want to give a shout out to Thomas Frederick O'Connor, born on Labor Day weekend, the first grandchild of the 8 O'Connor siblings, of which I am one. So much love to my nephew Rick, who's a North Andover firefighter, his lovely wife Allie on the birth of their boy Tommy. Shout out to my brother Tom, Big Tom, and his wife Laurie, the grandparents.
Awesome. That's a shout out, right?
Right.
It took you the whole season.
Listen,
now you're bringing it.
I'm going to double down right now because my brother Tom is also a Marine Corps veteran.
Awesome.
On Veterans Day.
Appreciate your service, Tom.
A couple of other buddies of mine, Rich Marshalsea, Billy Hughes, Emilio Murata, Joe Mullins, all Marine veterans. Actually, Joe Mullins is in the Marine Corps as we speak, son of my very good buddy, Kevin Mullins. It was the Marine Corps' 247th birthday this week, just yesterday, November 10th. First and 10 here for the Rockets. Dave flanks Murphy. 2 left, 2 right. Murph goes up underneath. It's a one-on-one. He's got him, and what a pitch and catch right there. Is that Jesse Darty out there?
Alex DiNapoli.
Alex DiNapoli. Beautiful play. Murphy leads him perfectly. Drops to the only place he can, and that's the biggest play for the Rockets of the day today. 2:51 to go in the third. Murphy flanked by Day again. Jake Palm and Darty left. Handoff up the middle. Alvin, he's got room, and Alvin takes it for about 6.
St. John's Prep is up big on Andover, by the way. Another big battle in the Division I playoffs. Thought that would be a little more highly contested like we did this game, but St. John's Prep taking care of business.
Murphy back to pass. There's a little center screen right there to Day, and Day's got room in front of him. He spins out, and Alvin gets it down to the 15-yard line. Another first down. Good-looking play right there.
Good call on the screen. Rockets putting together their best drive since early in the first quarter. See if they can come away with some points here.
Day flanking Murphy and 3 right. Palm, Strout, DiNapoli. Murph takes it up the middle. He's got room. He's going to get in himself. He wants it. Oh, he runs him over. That's Murphy. Takes it in himself and puts a stamp on it. He doesn't cut right at the end. He decides he's going to run right over the defender and gets in. Did he get in or is he close?
He's in. No sliding on that play.
Beautiful play.
Sir.
Murph pulls it down himself, takes it up the middle, has plenty of room, and steamrolls the defensive back to get in for the Rockets to get on the board here. Swinging gate right here, big pressure right there, and he's got him there. He might just got it. Drop the ball in there. The gate doesn't work there today, but big pressure on Murphy. So with 1:49 to go in the third, it's Bishop Feehan 34 and Reading 6. Murph, one other guy I wanted to mention too with big Reading ties here. Brigadier General retired Jack Hammond, born and bred right here in Reading, Mass. Grew up on Washington Street. He now heads up the home base organization as their executive director. And as you know, home base is tied in with MGH. They're tied in with the Red Sox Foundation, and with the goal of really connecting veterans with the help that they need. And Jack is he's a very, very impressive guy, one of Reading's own.
Jack gave an amazing speech up there earlier this morning. Brought the house down, as several people did. It was very well done. If you haven't had a chance to go, there's a brilliant memorial that was put up there for the Vietnam veterans, and Jack led the way. You know, Hal Croft was there, several great speakers, but it was really, really well done.
Palm back to kick. He booms this one. Looks like it's going to let it go through the end zone, and Feehan will take over. 1st and 10 from the 20. We got just over a quarter here to go, Murph. There's going to need to be some real magic for Reading to get back in this one. Look for Feehan to just continue what they do, ground and pound.
So looking ahead, I don't know, you know, this game's not necessarily over, but looking ahead, we still have Thanksgiving Day here, Tim.
We do.
At home, you and I will be broadcasting that game. That should be a great one.
That's going to be fun because it'll be the first time ever we get to do a Thanksgiving Day game. And you know what? Stoneham always gives the Rockets fits. Always very well coached. Bob Elmeter and his guys from Stoneham. Right up the gut. That time it's Brewski. Brewski takes it for 10.
We're going to be like the John Madden and Pat Summerall of the Thanksgiving Day football game broadcast. I can't wait. That's going to be so cool.
It's going to be fun to have it set up. Now, Murph, there's no chance in between now and then. There will be no, I know in the past, if there was a first round loss, which obviously Reading didn't do, they tried to squeeze in another game. I think probably the next game is going to be Thanksgiving. That
would be my guess. I don't know that 100%, but yeah, that'd be my guess.
Sometimes you'll see if you get a loss in the playoffs that they might want to squeeze in one more game. This one goes to the end. Oh, look at this. They're actually getting some other guys involved in the game here now.
Jack Murph, chase him down, Jack. Chase him down, Jack.
Dante Brewski hands it off and rumbles into the end zone. They wanted to give Yanchuk a break and let Brewski run to the house. What a play. And Brewski's a big boy, too. What a hole. I don't think they're accustomed to Dante running that far. He's usually a lead blocker for number 22. This time he says he'll take it himself.
Well, I don't know if we saw this one coming, Tim. I got to be honest.
Well, listen, this game looks almost exactly like what they did to Peabody last week, a Peabody team that was favored, number 3, and ground and pound. And when it works, it works. It's highly effective. They can't be stopped, and they take a ton of time off the clock, too, keeping the Rocket offense off. And they answer very quickly. A couple of huge runs for Feehan, too. Never mind the ground and pound 6 and 7 yards. They're busting some big plays for touchdowns late.
So King Philip and Marshfield are playing right now. The winner of that game will play Feehan next week, and they've got King Philip has a phenomenal running game as well.
That is going to be an absolute
football
war.
game, but a very competitive game. A couple great running backs in that contest. See if I can get a score here. If someone find a score out there, wants to shoot me a text of the King Philip Marshfield game, be interesting to see who Feehan will move ahead to play. And then, of course, the winner is likely to meet Catholic Memorial at Gillette Stadium.
That is an absolute bomb right there. Get Alvin Day back there to return the kick this time. 57 seconds to go in the third, and this one is all Feehan. Got some very positive students downstairs, Murph. I just overheard with that we're only down 35 as he's yelling at one of the guy next to him.
BVA's checking in. Marshfield's up 13-10 at half over King Philip.
That's a war.
Thank you, Brian.
Can't believe his phone works that far up in Maine. Oh, big pressure right there on Murphy. Strikes out of it, throws it away. Tell you, the Feehan defense has been stout all day as well. Listen, I thought I'd be a little bit happier, Murph. I told in the second half, there's a big party on Richards Road. I don't know if it's as big as it was intended. Joe Gilligan and the Abreus, the Gilligans, Abreus, and Newsonoffs were asking for a shout-out. I go, this is all you get, buddy. You know, they probably they started drinking early and they just continued, I think. So shout out to the Richards Road crew who are unfortunately watching us right now, Murph. Alvin Day up the middle takes it. Alvin takes it for 5 or 6.
Alvin Day is the ball carrier. He carries the ball out to the 25. Third down and 5.
So this great senior class will play on Thanksgiving Day, and then, you know, Rockets will turn the page to next year. They lose 10 seniors on the offensive side of the ball. So there's it's going to be a rebuild coming.
Very different look for the Rockets next year. Maybe we'll see number 3, Jack Murphy, under center next year, who is also a very different player than his big brother, right? Different skill set. You might see a different offense built around Jack than a traditional pro-style drop-back quarterback for James.
Yeah, Jack's a great player in his own right. He's chomping at the bit to get his turn to take some varsity snaps. Very different player from his older brother, but a fierce competitor and a great player. He's got some great teammates coming up too, working hard, like Ben Deemer and Jake Palm and Devon Bursey. They get some talent coming back.
Palm with a kick. Alvin cuts up, tries to get him, and he gets taken down. Looks like by number 9.
Andrew Jack Vaughney again. He's coming back next year.
First down and 10.
44 Ben Deemer in the game, seeing some action. Sophomore linebackers got some promise here. Next 2 years.
Rockets are going to look very different next year, but there is some real hope on the horizon too with this what is a powerhouse of a freshman class coming up as well. So we may see a lot of those freshmen this year have a big impact on the Rockets for next. Back to Yanchuk right there. It's 8 yards and first down, like clockwork. That's the end of the quarter here. That for as fast as the first half went, the end of that third quarter seemed like it was creeping here, Murph.
Yeah, Feehan not taking their foot off the gas in any fashion here, continuing to run with their first offensive line and first running back, looking to pound it in, pour it on.
while we switch sides, I do got to say this. I know you mentioned it before, but Anthony's, Capri, and Bertucci's have all been extraordinarily generous to the team this year for pasta parties and other team events. So shout out to those local businesses. Might be nice. I said one silver lining to a 5 o'clock game, where if we can head out and grab something to eat afterwards instead of these later ones. And I'm going to grab something to eat, and I'm going to grab plenty to drink. Need a drink to forget
Is
here,
that
Brian.
an invitation?
Listen, Murph, always an invitation with me. You know.
Okay.
Listen, Murphy and O'Connor. The Shamrocks are playing. Come on. Not only they're playing, they are dominating.
They must not have any young people on their team. They're staying with their starters here, pounding the football.
Right up the middle. I think they were looking to get Yenchuk 6 touchdowns tonight, apparently. Do got a full quarter ahead of us, so you may see them try to mix up the team, get some other players in here. The game well in hand.
This is the same Feehan team we played last year in the playoffs in a war of a game. Came down to a 2-point conversion at the end that Aiden Beckenhuis knocked out of the sky for the win for the Rockets to advance. Thought it was going to be a little more tightly contested tonight for sure.
I tell you, it's all about the line of scrimmage, and they got some big bodies there, and they're big athletes. And when you can control the line of scrimmage, even the best offenses are going to run into trouble. This is going to be really interesting to see how Feehan does against either Marshfield or King Philip, who are in a battle right now. Both excellent teams on the top side of the bracket. There's Yenchuk, pitch out there following Brewski. Look at the hole he has. Drags a couple of guys for about 10 more yards. The statistician's got to be getting tired counting up his yards, Brian.
Ooh, boy, this kid, I'll tell you, he's got some on the board. He's got some on the board.
10 minutes and counting.
I do want to pat myself on the back, Murph, just for not messing up Jake Palm's name tonight. So I do want to. I'm going to apologize personally to Erica on here from the fourth board. Spent a little extra time saying Jake.
I have a feeling you're going to be calling his name several more times in the coming years. It's a great all-around player. And again, it's sad to say, but the Rockets next year, they lose Beckenhuis, they lose Doherty, they lose Strout, they lose DiNapoli. So
the top 4 wideouts that we've seen for 2 years in a row is going to make this Reading team look very different.
And I think Palm is the guy that's going to maybe carry a lot of that load next year.
We'll see if some of those younger guys can step up as well.
You know, you lose Alvin Day, you lose Jack Doherty, of course you lose Murphy. You're gonna have some holes to fill. But that's what Coach Fury does with a great program. They seem to reload every year.
Looks like about the second flag of the game here, and might be a Bronx cheer over there that win the Rockets' favor right there.
Eight minutes to go. Feehan still with their star running back in the game, looking to pound it.
Second and 12 here for Feehan. Guess who? Big run by Yenchuk. He runs over Palm and takes a couple of other guys with him. He is not let up at all here in the fourth quarter.
Zero pass plays by Feehan.
Zero.
It's incredible.
You might have a premonition here, Murph, because they're just daring him to drop one guy down the middle. They threw one pass last week against Peabody. Incredible in two dominating performances. 2 games, a single pass.
Seems like they've actually had more of their penalties down at any point in the game.
Of course, the rain's letting up now. It's a beautiful night here at Hollingsworth Field.
It's now turning perfect,
Yeah.
absolutely perfect out. 6:57 to go here and counting
I think
down.
we moved the game up by 2 hours to avoid the rain and actually play in the rain. Oy vey.
Handoff up the middle, Yenchuk gets stacked up right there in 3rd down. It's going to be 4th down here. There's a flag now, probably a something unnecessary afterwards. Ben Deemer dinged up a little bit there.
I was coaching at one point, Timmy, and it was in a lopsided game like this, and the referee came over to me. I was on the losing end of the lopsided game, and he said, if they score again, Murph, I'll give you my paycheck. And every play holding, they were not going to let the, so maybe, although this one's going against the Rockets, I thought the flags were coming out to maybe slow down.
Little
Feehan.
frustration right there from the Rockets. Personal foul, I think, and just what they didn't need, right? 3rd down, they stopped them, go to 4th down, and now they go to 1st, which is, I guess, not all that unusual as Reading get taken to the woodshed today by Feehan here at home. Yenchuk up the middle, gets stacked up, gets down to about inside the 15-yard line. Clock just ticking. So Murph, Thanksgiving Day here against Stoneham. That Stoneham team, I believe literally Division 6, much smaller school in general. They don't seem to have a lot of players, but all they need is 3 or 4 athletes in that sort of wing tee that they use. Very, very deceiving, and it's given the Rockets fits the last few years. Really close games. I think the Rockets actually survived last year on a missed field goal in Stoneham. So count on that game being an absolute war, too, on Thanksgiving Day.
That's a 10:15 a.m. start on Thanksgiving.
Yenchuk up the middle, and he goes in for touchdown, I believe, number 6. Sorry to the Feehan folks watching, but I'm getting a little tired of saying touchdown Yenchuk, but what a game for him today. Nick Yenchuk ripping off 6 rushing touchdowns.
The Feehan kids are coming down. Feehan kids are coming down being very classy and rubbing it in the face of the student section. Love it. Bunch of losers.
Oh, this is exactly it. Here's the Reading police right now.
Good. So the
Wants to have a conversation with them. Listen, we talk about the AD's office, but Kathy Drummy does all sorts of work for Tom Zay. I think she does all the work in there, and Kathy has sent out more messages about sportsmanship for these games than I've ever seen. I felt like I was getting spam. But kids will be kids. Coming down, probably not the best time to try to stick it in the Reading kids' faces in someone else's stadium. Hopefully things don't get too crazy here at the end, but got to give Bishop Feehan a ton of credit. They came in here. We knew all they were going to do is pound the ball on the ground. They did it, and the Rockets didn't have an answer for them. Alvin Day running back here on a run back. Nice cut there. Runs over number 4, and Alvin gets out to about the 28-yard line. Good run back for Alvin.
You know, great season by Alvin Day. Coming in here as a senior, really paid his dues. Had a great season on the ground, being that every down back for the Rockets. Really happy for him. Great kid, hard worker.
All day long. Like that, Murph? See what I did there? That's good.
I like that. Why didn't we come up with that earlier?
Well, I was waiting for Al to break one for like a 60-yarder, but all he does is pound him about 8 or 9 yards up the middle. I needed him to bust one for I had Al Day Long in my pocket since the summertime. Here's Al Day Long right now. Gets stacked up right there. Gets to about the 30, but
Carter Leonard in the game at fullback here with Dave behind him. Sean Crowley 8 at tight end. Rockets just trying to get out of this one healthy.
Murphy under center, pitches it here to Day up the middle, and Alvin takes it for about 7. Looks like it's going to be a first down here. Tell you, this line has got to be tired. They've had 3 or 4 guys here who haven't come off the field, and that's typical of a public school team. Murph, you see guys playing 2 sides of the ball. When we get deeper in the playoffs, the King Phillips, the Catholic Memorials, those guys are running waves of linemen at you. So a lot of fresh bodies out there. Here's Jack Doherty up the middle, and
it's
Jack
a decent
takes it.
debate. I mean, you got a Reading team, all the kids from the same town. You just kind of get what you get.
Yep.
Playing against teams like Feehan, who draw from 5-6 towns, Catholic Memorial. Do you ever go to a public school, private school, regional school type of a tournament? To make it a level playing field.
Well, the reality is someone like Catholic Memorial does not belong in Division II no matter where they are, right? So it does make sense. I think there really could be that private league, if they pulled it together, could be something special. I personally like to see the Rockets play against the Brass, but there's a couple of teams here that in particular Catholic Memorial who probably has little right to be in Division II. John DiBiazzo was a coach of Everett for 30 years, and now he gets to recruit legally. Big run right there. There's Murph. James takes that one. Looks like it's a first, and they're going to run this clock down. As the clock comes down, and the game's going to come to an end here, Murph. Very tough night for the Rockets. Very big night for Bishop Feehan. The ground and pound, Nick Yanchuk, 6 touchdowns. He probably had 300-plus yards. And tonight was a night for Bishop Feehan. They are going to play the winner of Marshfield King Philip, who are playing right now. The Rockets will definitely have Thanksgiving Day game against Stoneham. If they have another game in between, Murph, we'll keep everyone posted. But signing off right now, not the night for the Rockets. Great night for Bishop Feehan. Congratulations to the Shamrocks. They came in here and absolutely tore it up. Good luck to them in the semifinals of the Division II State Championship. And we'll see you later, Murph. Thanks.
Thanks, Timmy.
See you soon.
Great job as always.
Thank you, Brian.
We got one more round with the invoice.
Yep.
To get there. We got one more chance. I thought this might be the year, but get those sophomores.